We should be live. Hey.
There we are. Ah, the music's so good.
You were rocking out to that. Yes, most definitely. Well, hey, welcome back to Total Spotfest live this time. Ironic, isn't it, that after 2 and whatever years, our original name actually
it means
is
a thing now.
It is actually relevant. So I don't know how many people we got watching here. It's kind of just a test run. We got some stuff coming up here in the next week. We're going to give you more details coming up soon. Thank you for anybody that is joining into this little quick little test and recap. Please chat. You could join along in the live chat. It is a couple seconds delayed for us, but we will definitely try and stay up to date on that as best we can. But for anybody out there, it's the first time seeing us. I'm JJ. That's Jamie. Hey, what's up? We're Total Spotfest. So
Hello. Oh,
It was
and please do not forget to give the thumbs up so we know you're here too. That actually helps us out because we actually know you're here. If you're not gonna do the chitty chats, just give us a thumbs up.
give us a thumbs up.
Appreciate
Let us know how we do it here. I mean, we're moving into doing a lot of live stuff here, so this is definitely rough. It's our first time going live on them
you.
internets. Um, So please let us know if we sound too loud, if we're not bound, if there's anything that you guys, anybody watching, notice. Please just leave us a comment in chat. Let us know. We're definitely trying to make sure we tweak out all of our rough patches. But Jamie, how the hell you been, man?
You know what? I'm glad it's the weekend. I do know that much.
I know. I know.
I don't know if you know, but NWA Nuff Said just went on. I don't know if you happen to get watch any of it. I just saw some pieces about it, but that's about it. I did not actually watch it. I feel kind of bad because it actually looked pretty good. So yeah, no, that's pretty good. Like
that's good. That's cool. Yeah, I have not watched that. No, I did watch Rampage, is what we're going to talk about here momentarily. But other than that, I mean, I spent the rest of the day watching sports. It's an interesting sports day. It's a big sports weekend, of course. Tomorrow being the Super Bowl and everything. So, you remember how? You remember back when they did the whole like WWE or WWF like halftime thing and that jazz?
oh my goodness, yeah, that's a blast.
How amazing would it be if they did an AEW version of that? And what would that be?
I don't know. I really don't know.
I mean,
I don't know if you've Chris Jericho cutting promos. Maybe it probably should be like a couple quick matches. You know what they should do?
What?
Just the one that always tears down the house. Bucks versus Lucha
Bros. Yeah.
Yeah. A tables match. Screw it in the middle of the field. Let's just make it happen.
I mean, you definitely. Why the hell not? So, well, they're not going to do that. Did you catch Rampage from last night by chance?
I did not, unfortunately.
Okay.
Yeah, no, I had other shenanigans.
Shenanigans afoot. I was able to watch it. I did check it out. We were going to actually try and do this last night, but technical things had arisen. So, yeah. So we'll talk about it here. So Rampage was an interesting show last night. I don't watch every Rampage. Flat out going to say that. I catch and choose. My thing with Rampage is that very rarely is there a non-predictable match outcome on Rampage.
That's fair.
Rampage is more about the setup than anything else, right?
Yeah.
So they have a lot of promos in there and a lot of things, and that's the way this episode was, right? And they have the same format they always do. First match, solid, right? Last match, really solid. Middle matches, short and not necessarily a lot of substance to them. There's a lot of stories built in. So, for example, the opening match was the Blackpool Combat Club versus Kip Sabian, Butcher and the Blade. Butcher, let's talk about Butcher for a second, man.
I told you, like, when he shaved his head, he looks 10 times more scary.
He looks like he's a complete. I mean, he's gotten shredded anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, the shaved head.
Yeah.
You were a little delayed on that this time here, but he's gotten shredded anyway. But I mean, he looks like a completely different wrestler, not in a bad way, So
yeah, I think he needed it. I know that sounds bad, but I think he needed it.
Well, you get into a rut. I think, Blade started that, about a little over a year ago, when he turned into more of this darker, sort of, vibe rather than the kind of serial killer B movie, which he loves, like horror movies and stuff, right? Him and his wife.
You are not allowed to shit on his Nightbreed mask, because that thing is a thing of beauty.
I'm with you there, but I'm saying when he moved more into this kind of like lack of a better term, street thug kind of persona a bit, you know. I think it helped him out quite a bit inside the ring wise, right? And same thing for Butcher, you know, and they're getting airtime. They look great. Kip looked really good. We know what we get with the BCC, right?
Yeah.
You're
yeah, but speaking of Butcher and Blade, did you happen to hear the news about the bunny?
No, what news about the bunny?
So, after Wednesday's Dynamite, they say that she has possibly suffered a concussion and a broken orbital bone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I told you that looked like a botch at the end.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. It definitely could have been.
I think
it looked like a go home, but yeah, to your point, I think you're 100% accurate.
And and I think, you know, Heidi, if you haven't checked it out, go check out our last video we had with guest host Heidi Howitzer. She was saying that was a time thing, that's why they sped it up, and I go, it looked like something else. So, well, they obviously shot this before Dynamite because no, it wasn't Bunny. It was Penelope was out there outside. That's right. Sorry, you know, they have like the same sort of look now, you know, so I get them.
Yeah, they're interchangeable. Just one has straight blonde hair and one has more curly blonde.
Right, you see him on the side. You see him just barely on the out your peripherals, out, you know, on the outside of the ring, and you're like, that's a Blackpool Combat Club 1, as to be expected, right? The main event was Orange Cassidy versus Lee Moriarty for the All Atlantic title.
That had to have been a great match.
It was the best match of the night, as you can expect, right? And it's a match we have seen between these two before, but Lee has come leaps and bounds, and he wasn't like the as green a you know, rookie coming in anyway. You know, he just needed to get a little more notoriety. And even though Stokely Hathaway's group is whatever it is right now, it's good to have him around with that. And he's getting, you know, a fantastic TV match against Orange Cassidy. So,
you know,
I love
to that point. The point that you made about Lee Moriarty, it's absolutely right. It's amazing, somebody who is a veteran in their field who just needs an opportunity to showcase their skills.
I feel like you're projecting there just a little bit.
Oh, you know, I would never do such a thing. I'm not that guy. I just
You're not. Oh.
Okay, maybe I am.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, you are that guy.
I am that guy.
Fantastic little finish to it as well. You know, back and forth, switcheroo, and it was a reversal pinfall win for Cassidy. They, of course, then get jumped afterwards by Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal and Satnam Singh, and, you know, still going on with that routine. It is what it is.
You know, I don't mind Satnam Singh being with Jay Lethal, and it's just the Jeff Jarrett thing that just gets me. Like, I suffered through the end of WCW with him, and when he got TNA going hardcore there, he drove me nuts there too.
Because he was everything in TNA, and everything was.
Yeah, exactly. It's like he's my Nirvana.
Oh.
Like I can handle Nirvana in small doses. To be more specific, Smells Like Teen Spirit. He is my Smells Like Teen Spirit, because if you lived in the 90s, you heard that song no less, and I kid you not, 1 million times. And that you think like I'm joking? No, like I've heard that song 1 million times. That's how I feel about Jeff Jarrett. I've seen Jeff Jarrett 1 million times on my TV, and it's just like, okay, I can handle him. Like, it's one of those things, like, but I'm not gonna choose, hey, I want to watch a Jeff Jarrett match. Like, if I was gonna choose a Nirvana song, I would not choose that. I would choose Lithium or Heart Shaped Box or oh god, what's a great one off of Bleach? But there's a whole bunch. Like, I'm just blank.
I hear you. Yes, you know, like, just not.
Yes.
I'm the same. You know, I know he's doing for a company. He's a great piece because he's doing a lot of stuff for the live stuff. They're just announced, you know, kind of very under the radar. Was it a week or so ago? I think it might have been this past Wednesday. I don't remember, but their first live show, right? You know, house show. snuck it in there, right? So he's doing a lot of because he has the experience, so he's kind of helping spirit a lot of that. Let him do that. I don't need him on my TV either, right? Or if he's there and he's a part of a faction, he's leading. Okay, cool, right? Way too much TV time for Jeff Jarrett, though.
Yeah, like that's Sanjay's group, and now it's became Jeff Jarrett just because he showed up. It's like, no, it's Sanjay's group.
It's so much better Sanjay's group too. It's so much better.
I love Sanjay. Yeah, like that's the TNA part I love. Like Jay Lethal and Sanjay, like the X division was
that storyline is one of my favorites from TNA, man. The whole SoCal Val, it just it was because he was Black Machismo. They recreated the Macho Man Miss Elizabeth storyline, and it was fantastic.
It was like, dude, Jay Lethal is Black Machismo. Jesus. I totally forgot about that.
And you know who gave him the moniker Black Machismo too? Do you remember this little known fact? Kevin Nash.
Oh, that's perfect.
Because at the time it was Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, and there was somebody else. They were the talented but never could get off their feet, and that's what they were like billed as talents that Kevin Nash had taken under his wings and was going to make into something. And his final thing was giving them all new monikers. And Sanjay, he wanted him to dip into his Indian roots. And he's like, Black Machismo. And he became the Black Macho Man. And it was glorious.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so good.
Speaking of TNA and WCW and people who shouldn't be on TV anymore, probably. Listen, there's tons of promo. They had lots of promos, lots of setup stuff, right? So they had a Darby Allin video promo where he's no longer going after, because he said he wasn't going to, no matter who won, that they're done, and that's the way it is, right? But he's going after somebody else, and then him and Sting got together, and Sting's just like, we're gonna go out in a blaze of glory, And I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this on my TV? I don't know.
I think you know how I feel about Darby. He needs to learn how to have a different match. The moment he learns to have a different match, he will be a better wrestler. It's just that 90% of the time, it's always the same way. He gets the shit kicked out of him for 95% of the match, and then 5% towards the end, he finds a way to win. It's like, that's it. That's his thing. And like,
and with this whole thing here, like, he could have cut this promo by himself, and it would have been just fine, right? If it's like this, but then you bring in Sting, and they're going on. I was like, well, cut the cord from Sting first of all, okay? If that's what you're going to be, that's what you're going to be, right? You're going to be this guy who gets the shit kicked out of him 95% of the time. You're going to sell 1 million shirts and have a bunch of girls, woo over you because you're pretty, okay? Whatever, cool, be that. He doesn't need Sting for that anyway.
Yeah.
After that, they had a weird bit. So the Impractical Jokers came out again with Floyd. Oh, they're great. This whole thing. I mean, the dipping into the WB and all this, cross promotion sometimes gets a little bit too sticky for me. But they come out with Chris Jericho's bad. Jericho's on commentary with JR, which was great to hear JR again on commentary, right? So. Popping his head up behind the mic. And they're talking about the bat and all this stuff. And surprise, surprise, here comes the JAS. They get behind them. And they put them through a table. The Impractical Joker, they put one on the table and take the little small skinny guy with glasses, and they put him up in a power bomb. And That's Murr. Yeah, Hager power bombs him, very gently power bomb onto the other guy. They snap the table in half, and it was okay. All right, cool. Got to make them corporate dollars. So
absolutely. But you can find this on True TV.
I know, and TBS. It's a dual air. Whatever.
Yeah, it's dual. Yeah. Well, I mean, Impractical Jokers. True TV is the Impractical Jokers network, and they
also have Tacoma FD, which Broken Lizard guys. I love Tacoma FD.
Yeah, which. The Impractical Joker guys have been on that show like 3 times. Just saying.
because it's on True TV, and if you, it's the other network. Show on True TV, so they got to be.
It's their network, man. Like, and the bad thing is, like, I'm gonna call myself out when I'm bored or something. I like if I'm down the dumps, I will watch it because I know I'll see like the same episode like for the 20th time.
Still get the same dumb laugh though, won't you?
But it's the same dumb laugh, like Sal being deathly afraid of freaking cats, like just kills me. Freaking kills me.
After this, yeah, there's Dustin Rhodes thing, whatever. Then you had the one women's match, which was Ruby Soho versus Marina Shafir. Hey, Ruby. It's good to see Ruby on my TV. It was actually a pretty enjoyable match, you know. But once again, kind of in the middle of the show. It wasn't terribly long. And it was more about the post-match anyway. Marina looked better. I will say this. She definitely looked better in the ring with this. Ruby's super over, so that helps her as well, you know, getting a match with somebody who is super over. After the match was over, though, Ruby won. Here comes Toni Storm and Saraya. Oh, Ruby, baby girl. And they're playing these angles, right? So, Ruby, baby girl, we just want to come, we just want to talk, you know, this and that. So, and Ruby's in the ring playing, what the hell, you know, sort of thing, right? Here comes Britt and Jamie, jump them. They're getting in a big old fight on the outside, and Ruby does not get involved one bit.
I'm calling it, man. She's not gonna go to the E-Girls.
Well, she stays in the ring. She's playing this whole, like, I'm not choosing the side, you know, just like confused. What the hell are we even doing sort of thing, right, girl? Why are we fighting sort of bit, right? And then they announced they announced most of the card for next week, but they announced that the first match they announced for next week is a triple threat. They meant to have this a while ago, but triple threat, Toni Storm, Britt Baker, Ruby Soho. They're playing this whole E-Girl versus stuff with Ruby in the middle. And like I said, you know, she is going to rear her head in here somewhere. I'm with you 100% of the time. Good setup. It's a good setup.
I mean, you want her to be heel. So she did, and she would go E-Girls. But I really am enjoying her right now because she is so over. Like, that would be such a huge
I don't
hit.
want her to go heel. I just say that it makes sense if she goes with the
E-Girls. You love her as a heel, though.
I love her heel. Her heel, if she goes back to the, she could be a fantastic heel. Yeah. But I just think it makes a lot of sense to put her with the E-Girls, even for the short term. If she still turns on them, cool, good, right? But
I'm just happy that you are officially calling the E-Girls too. So I've gotten it over somewhat. It's over.
It's a good moniker. I never said it wasn't. Okay.
See, I'm winning.
E-Girls.
1-1. 1-1.
Mark Briscoe talks on TV next. Good to have. It was fun. Interrupted by Smart Mark Sterling and his group of guys who I don't even know what they are. But Josh Woods then steps up to Briscoe. And for those of you who watched any ROH, know it's got some history there. Briscoe comes out. Woodsy's been a little bit. And that's going to be a match next week. So you got Josh Woods versus Mark Briscoe on Dynamite. Give me that.
That'd be a fun one to watch. That'd be a fun one.
The only other match there was Jungle Boy versus Ryan Nemeth. This was a squash. That was the match.
JP getting the dubs.
Of course he is. So they announced the rest of the matches, or most of the matches. There's a Hangman promo as well, whatever. He was interrupted by Kip Sabian. So Kip Sabian and him are going to fight on Dynamite. You've got the women's triple threat. You've got Brian Cage versus Jungle Boy, because why not? Briscoe versus Josh Woods, I talked about. And then you've got Mox and Claudio versus Preston Vance and Roosh in a tornado tag team match next week.
I'm in. I'm so in.
Because this is going to be a brawl, so why even bother with tags?
There's no point. Yeah, there's tag. I laugh at your
fuck tag. A tag. Yeah, we don't need a tag. So, like I said, overall, like I said, you know, I haven't watched through probably a full episode of Rampage in a little bit. I've just caught bits and pieces of it. So I was going to sit down and watch it. You know, like I said, the matches, though, super predictable. Promos, though, are good. They play in the main story plot. So.
Yeah. Good point. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens.
See what happens.
I'm excited, though.
See what happens. So. That's all I had, really, to talk about, you know. Just like, we're just doing this real quick little check-in. keep an eye out. We do have some announcements coming very soon. So Jamie's definitely going to make sure we get that out to the world here. So do you have anything else you want to add to that, Jamie?
I mean, we are really good about going through AEW and giving you some news in the wrestling genre, if you will. And we like to talk to everybody and about everything. And it's just been a lot of fun doing this. I really enjoy this live idea that, we're toying with or test running, if you will. And I hope to be doing these a lot more in the near future.
So follow us for updates. We have updates coming, I said, very soon. So at Total Spotfest on Twitter. And we will give you guys more of a skinny. So give us your feedback as well. Comment down below. Give us a tweet. Let us know what you think. Like I said, this is our first time run through, so if there's some hiccups, we totally understand. We'll take criticism. It's like, hey, one guy sounded really loud and the other guy was really okay, cool, right? Let us know. Please let us know. Feedback's always appreciated.
Absolutely. Just like likes, thumbs up, some chats would be great. Let us know that you're here talking to us. We'd like to have some conversation. If you have a point about something, maybe you think my point on Darby Allin is completely stupid, put it out there.
Let them know that. Challenge!
Challenge accepted.
Thank you guys for watching and for listening. We do appreciate you giving us some of your time. Jamie, take us home, man.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not down at Total Spotfest, I got 2 words for you. We survived!
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Peace.